So I've had a few bouts of imposter syndrome and art block over the past few weeks, and honestly, I figured that I'd give a few, little words of advice as to how I normally wind up going through that, and how I deal with it, as well as giving a few other friends ways of them doing it, so maybe it might help you a little bit. First and foremost, I guess the best way to do it is I wind up looking at old stuff and seeing how I've actually improved over time, and that normally winds up helping at least to some degree when it comes to, like, especially art block and whatnot. A friend of mine actually just powers through the art block because he winds up getting into a cycle where if he takes a break, well, then he winds up going from only one day of not being able to do art from the art block to an entire month, potentially. So he just powers through it. This isn't for everyone, obviously. I personally recommend taking breaks when you're in art block in most cases, because obviously it's probably a sign of impending burnout, and probably best not to do that. Another way that I wind up dealing with imposter syndrome is just seeing how I've improved just in general. Even if it's not like numbers or whatnot. And obviously, probably don't use numbers, because numbers are not a impact of your level of creativity or your skill level. Numbers are also a lot of luck. So being able to compare yourself to other things that you've done are probably the better way to do that. Like, for instance, me being able to talk better than I used to. Because part of why I started doing this is because I wanted to get better at being able to talk, because it was a therapy kind of deal. Making progress on certain things, a skill that you might have picked up in order to start doing it. Maybe if you're doing singing, compare your old stuff to your new stuff, and it's like, obviously you're going to improve because you've been practicing. Imposter syndrome's different for everyone, and honestly, there are a million ways to actually help alleviate it. So, honestly, if you've got advice on how to deal with imposter syndrome or art block or any other creative block that you have, please consider dropping them in the comments below. I'd actually like to know what your methods are. But that's gonna be for me. Love y'all. Bye.